All right, welcome back. Welcome back. The first person that I want to talk about today is Donald Trump. Is there any Trump voters, any Trump voter person inside of the chat? Let us know if you're a Trump voter. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, it's not a big deal if you're a Trump voter. I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Full chest. Be a Trump voter with your full chest. Okay. As a matter of fact, I will be learning as we go. I kind of have an idea why people gravitate towards, why the people that love him. But I'm also curious to continue to learn more when it comes to that. Okay. Any Trump supporters in the chat, let me know. It's okay. You can say you're a supporter now. It's okay. Maybe about 8 years ago you couldn't. I get it. Okay. Please, the original one cracks me up every time I see it. From the okay, I will until somebody's. Am I using it? I need a couple of votes. I need a couple of votes. But I might just keep the original one. Just for you, Chinye. How about that? She says the orange man. It's not orange. It's a white man. But anyway, yeah. Let's talk about Donald Trump. There's a news here that I feel like we should cover. Basically, I'm looking at this on CNBC. As a matter of fact, it says Nikki Haley refuses more presidential debates unless Trump participates. Now, there's a reason why I pull up this news because it has to do with with what I call the cult. Cult behavior. When people have cult-like behaviors, rational, all kind of rationales will basically fly out the window. Okay, and I need you to be aware when you see this kind of stuff. All kinds of rationales will fly out the window when people, engage an effective cult building rhetoric. They fly right out the window. Deal say, God forbid. Really? You're not a Trump supporter. My people, make una vote, I beg. Vote. But, it's getting real. This feels like 8 years ago all over again. I remember waking my wife up. I said, he won. And it's like, huh? And she just went back like this. I kind of suspected that was going to happen, but I wasn't as clear as I was clear that Tinubu was going to win. So we're talking about Donald Trump now. Of course, it did not last more than one term. But now I think it's base. The people that support him, I think they're much stronger now. At that time, they weren't even strong at all. He built it from scratch, from YouTube, just like this. So, and they are much stronger now. So, and he has all these allegations against him. A lot of people are hoping that all the court cases, the insurgents at the Capitol Hill, all that kind of stuff, that that there's no way, because people are still trying to use common sense. You know what I say about common sense all the time. These are the reasons why I think common sense will continue to fall in the water. It's not common sense, okay? There's a lot of things that goes into this. You can in fact rationalize. You can learn enough to rationalize. But oftentimes, people are tempted to rationalize. They haven't even done enough studies. They're just also, on the flip end of it, they're operating from their emotions. That's usually what's going on, So, GSA, if America allows this man to win again, then I don't know what to tell them. You will not give up your passport and go back to Niger. Shout out to Wole Soyinka. He said he will cut. I think he said if Trump wins, he will cut his green card. I'm paraphrasing. Somebody's going to check me anyway. But anyway, yeah, he will cut his green card and give up his residency. But we haven't heard that news since then. No. Anyway, this is the greatest country in the world. So it is what it is. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right. So Nikki Haley refuses more presidential debates unless Trump participates. I'm learning who Nikki Haley is for the first time. I don't even know what that is or who that is. Nikki Haley says she will not show up to another presidential debate unless Donald Trump participates. He has nowhere left to hide. Haley said of Trump, who won a landslide Monday in the Iowa caucus. So he won, is projected to win in the state of Iowa. I don't know. I think there's a state that already blocked him from the ballot. Was that Michigan? I'm not sure. There's a state that blocked him from that. Who knows? We never know how this thing's going to play. People always think about the courts as the end all be all. Like, hey, once you take it to the court, it's logic. No. The court is designed to separate the logic from the emotions. Emotion still plays a role in the court as well. Don't get it twisted. Why? Because there are human beings involved. Duh, right? Of course. But anyway, Haley currently polls behind Trump in New Hampshire. Okay, so I'm learning what this is for the first time. So I'm going to be learning as we go. I'm sure it's going to be trending heavily, like it did from 8 years ago all the way till 4 years ago. You're going to see a lot more Trump in the news. Okay, all kind of craziness is going to be all over the place. But hey, human beings, you know what Naramali said, right? He said, "Oh, everybody they mad." Haley currently polls behind Trump in New Hampshire, where the first primary of the cycle will be held on January 23rd. So we're looking at that coming up January 23rd. We'll see how that goes. And she sent a tweet out. She said, "We've had 5 great debates in this campaign. Unfortunately, Donald Trump has ducked all of them." He has nowhere left to hide. He can hide behind that cult that he built. Don't get it twisted. When people follow a cult-like organization movement, this is this woman still trying to use logic, and she should stick with logic and follow her own lane and stop trying to compare herself to Donald Trump, because the massive movement that this guy has built, she's just starting. She's just getting started. I don't even know who she is. I'm sure a lot of people that follow politics will know who she is, but I don't. I'm going to learn more about her as time goes on. But the fact that she says this, if this matches her action, she's going to fail woefully. All right, she needs to show up to every debate and stop comparing herself to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has a movement behind him. It's not about your typical rationale. It's not. Okay? You can tell them like this and say, "Donald Trump, that guy says no correct." And they'll be like, "You self, your head no correct." They will engage you with your emotions. And then he might end up winning, because again, emotions are powerful like that. Especially if somebody has known how to, they've designed a way to use it in their favor. The reason why I'm covering this is because it aligns with everything we're talking about. I want you to pay attention to this kind of things. Being able to influence at that level is neither right nor wrong. It's only wrong if it's used for evil. I want you to pay attention to that when you come to Men of Prestige. I don't care about right and wrong. I really don't. I think your pastor will help you with that. I think you are right.
You're right.
But if you don't believe me, that's on you. Talk to your pastor. Your pastor will tell you what your, whatever your moral standards are. What I can tell you is that when it comes to power play, when it comes to the way this world operates, it's much deeper than right and wrong. And that's why you will see someone like Donald Trump is projected to win a whole state among 50 states in the United States already. Okay? So this woman is trying to compare. Me too, I won't show up for debate. Auntie, you better show up for your debate. Nobody knows you like that. The next debate I do will either be with Donald Trump or with Joe Biden. I look forward to it. Okay, all right, the Joe Biden one. Okay, I get it. All right, so at least she's not like using coconut head. Okay, you cannot have more coconut head than Donald Trump at this point. The former president won a landslide victory Monday in the Iowa caucus, the first contest of the 2024 presidential nomination. Haley placed third in Iowa with 19.1% of the vote. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis accused Haley of not wanting to answer tough questions on topics such as her alleged dealings with aircraft manufacturer Boeing while she was governor of South Carolina. Okay, she was ex-governor of South Carolina. I told you I would learn more about her as we go. The reality, and I quote, the reality is that she's not running for the nomination. She's running to be Trump's VP. Uh-oh. Maybe she's a Trump follower. DeSantis posted to Twitter, to X, formerly known as Twitter, on Tuesday, "I won't snub New Hampshire voters like both Nikki Haley and Donald Trump and plan to honor my commitment. I look forward to debating two empty podiums in the Granite State this week. The next GOP primary debate is scheduled for Thursday, days before the New Hampshire primary on January 23rd. Polls have Haley running just behind Trump in the state. Some polls by as little as 7 points. So she must be very popular. I'm just learning about her. We shall see. Okay, I think that's the lady you're looking at. This Donald Trump smile is undefeated, don't you think? Undefeated, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna show up. I'm not gonna come to the debate. But we're gonna win with a landslide. All right, so watch it. But so we're gonna keep an eye on this. This is 2024, right? Oh yeah, this is going to be massive this year. So look out for more on it. But the point I wanted to make here is that if you're operating from a place of you're just trying to rationalize, but you're discounting emotions, right? The fact that human beings engage everything with their emotions. That's human beings, not just women. Human beings. Okay. If you're completely disconnected from that, and you're confusing that with operating from a place of emotions. I'm not asking you to operate from a place of emotions. I want you to be aware that most human beings operate from a place of emotions, and they will continue to do that. And you and anybody is not going to stop that. That's just the way it is. When you understand that, then you start to lead with what is it that people care about. Okay, what is that people care about? I was just watching an ad by one of the guys that I actually follow and I respect his material when it comes to marketing. His name is Dr. Myron Golden. He's actually huge on YouTube here, right? There's an ad that popped up right here on the screen earlier on today, and he said, "Why do you need a funnel? Why do you need a funnel?" Well, I'll tell you what funnel can change in your life. It can change your car. It can change your house. It can. Why? Why did he jump all the way from funnels? You don't even know what funnels are yet, right? He jumped all the way through all the technicalities of what a funnel is, right? And he's talking about cars. He's talking about, why did he do that? See, the greatest people in the world, they know how to do that. It's only people inside of marriage that don't want to do that because of their coconut head. He said, well, why should I just worry about it takes two. They say it takes two. This guy said, no, it doesn't take two. The greatest people in the world, they don't worry about it takes two. They say, what is it that other person wants? What is it that they care about? Let's paint a picture of what that is for them. No, don't worry about the technicalities. This is something I struggle with myself. Don't worry about, okay, it's the one that will equals to the two, and then put on a log times cosine and tangent minus 0. People sleep off at that point and they just sleep on you. But when it starts like it means you can change your car, you can change your car, you can be happier, you can be healthier, right? You can actually have what you want. What is that you want, right? So you need to do the work of finding out what that person wants, right? It's only inside of marriage and relationship that people want to use coconut head and say, no. It should be both. Both of us should show up equally at the same time. And then, hey, marriage made in heaven. And then they are, and then they're confused why it's not working, right? The greatest people in the world, they worry about what other people want. The greatest people like Prophet Tibeton. Shout out to somebody looking for the thumbnail. Is an error. It's not an error. We're getting somewhere. This is Man of Prestige. Stay with us. All right? The greatest people like Pastor C.B. Joshua. What do I mean by greatest people? I'm not talking about they are good or bad. I'm talking about they're the most influential people. There's a reason why they are who they are. They don't worry about everything else. That is not a bad thing in of itself. It's only bad if they use it to violate other human beings and if they use it to manipulate and create evil. that's when it starts to become bad. And we're also, I can tell you that's bad up front. I can tell you that's bad off the bat. If you tell me a cheater is a bad person, you didn't tell us anything new.
You're right.
You're right. There's nothing new about what you said. I think most people already kind of know that, especially those who are cheaters. They kind of know that already. So if you're trying to change your results, you're trying to change your life, trying to change some outcomes that you're not finding nice, then it's time that you pay attention to that. Anyway, so that's what I have, particularly on that segment there. Trump and his cult ducks 5 debates. They can. And if you compare yourself to them, if you don't stay in your own lane, now the audience is who you need to be worried about. What is it about them? What is it that they want with Trump? If you're not even patient enough to listen to that and understand where they're coming from, then kiss that position goodbye, because Donald Trump is going to end up back in the office. It is what it is. And one of the problems with the Democrats is they have coconut heads too. They never want to listen to what the people want. So if you do that long enough, they're going to find a nice little god for themselves and they're going to tag onto it. Human beings are obsessed with looking for a god like behemoth, right? And if you don't have to agree that Donald Trump is one of those people, you can agree with the result that is being created, though. I don't think you have a choice anyway. But here are my thoughts. I have a question for you. What do you think? Do you think Donald Trump has a chance at this point in time? If you're a Trump supporter, please let me know in the comment area. All right, let's move on to the next segment. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so we're notified. We're just warming up. We're getting the show started right now. All right, we do have to go through some lessons today, and we'll be back in about 20 seconds.
Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.